Hey everybody, so in this video we're going to learn about elimination method for solving systems of equations, and we do this when our x and y are on the same side. So first I want to talk about making opposites, because in order to do elimination method you have to have the same number but opposite signs for one of your variables, and then you can put them together, and that way that variable will go away and you can solve for the other one. So let's first talk about how to make an opposite. So I have this little chart here for you to help guide you in thinking about how to do that. So let's look at this first problem. Negative 5x plus 12y equals 8, 2x minus 8y is 0. So you're going to pick the variable you want to make opposite. I'm going to choose x because 2 and 5 go into a number that's smaller than what 12 and 8 would do. So I'm going to choose x variable. And what number do both coefficients go into? So what do 2 and 5 both go into? 10. And now we're going to multiply them each by the number that they can go, whatever I need to multiply by so I can get 10. So I'm going to, negative 5 goes into 10 how many times? 2. So I'm going to multiply the whole first equation by 2. And then the second one, 2 goes into 10 how many times? 5. So I have to multiply the whole second equation by 5. And we'll actually continue that actually distributing and then combining in the next slide, okay? This is just practicing, can you come up with the opposite? So let's do one more, and then you can do the last one on your own. So 2x minus 7y equals 5, x minus y equals 10. Since I have 1 and 1 in the second equation for x and y, I can choose whichever one I want. They both seem pretty simple. So it's really a matter of, do you want to multiply by 2 or multiply by 7? I'm going to multiply by 2 because it's just easier. So I already have 2x here, so I'm going to get the variable I'm going to get opposite is x. And I need to multiply by 2 because 2 and 1 can go into 2 how many times? 2. And then I don't have to do anything to the first equation because it's already got a 2. So 2. And so now I can multiply them. So I'm going to bring down that first one because I don't have to touch it. It's already fine. It's already got a 2. All right. And then I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by 2. So 2 times x minus y equals 10. And that's it. And then you would just distribute the 2, and then you would combine. All right, I want you guys to try this last one on your own. Figure out which variable do you want to get rid of, what number do they both go into, and then figure out how to multiply them to get that number. Okay, so now let's try actually doing that with an actual problem you want to solve for x and y. So we're going to generate the opposite, but first we got to figure out, okay, which one I want to get rid of. I have x plus y is 7, 5x plus 2y is 8. It doesn't matter because the ones on top just have a 1. So I can choose which one I want. It just depends, do you want to multiply by 5s or 2s? So I'm going to multiply by 2. So I'm going to get rid of the y. So in order to do that, I need to think about, okay, this is a 1y and this is a 2y. 1 times what is 2? 2. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 2. And I don't have to touch the bottom equation because it already has 2. Okay, so I'm going to, Now we also have to think about, it has to be the opposite sign as well. So because we have a positive 2, I need to multiply by a negative 2. Okay, so when you're doing the opposites, make sure that they have opposite signs. So I'm going to multiply by negative 2. X plus y equals 7. So I'm going to distribute that whole thing. So negative 2x minus 2y equals 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. So now I can eliminate. Bring that down. Negative 2x minus 2y is negative 14. Bring down the second one because remember it already had a positive 2y. So 5x plus 2y equals 8. So now it says eliminate means to add the equation. So I add literally up and down like you did in elementary school. So negative 2x plus 5x gives us what? Negative 2 plus 5 is 3x. And then negative 2y plus 2y is 0y. And you don't write 0y, don't write y, you just get rid of it and don't even worry about it. So I'm going to skip it and go to the equal sign. So equals, and then now negative 14 plus 8 is negative 6. And now how do we solve this? It's a one-step equation, so we get rid of it by dividing, because that's the opposite of multiplying 3. And then what is negative 6 divided by 3? Negative 2. So x equals negative 2. We're done with that part. That is, remember, you have two variables, so you already have an x. Now you got to figure out the y. And how do we do that? Just like we did in the substitution video, we have to plug it back into one of the equations. And it doesn't matter. It's your choice. I'm going to choose the first one just because there's no numbers beside the x and y. It makes it a little easier. Now remember, this is x equals, so I have to put into the x spot. So this is negative 2 plus y equals 7. Okay, so I'll bring that down. Negative 2 plus y equals 7. So now how do I get the y by itself? I need to do the inverse. Well, what's the inverse of negative 2? I add 2. Okay. So negative 2 plus y is 7. I'm going to add 2. And so what's 7 plus 2? It's 9. So y equals 9. So now write your answer as a coordinate point. Remember, x goes first. That's why you labeled them. So my x value up top was negative 2. The y value is 9. And now you're done. So when you're doing your elimination, remember, when you generate the opposite, they have to be opposite. They have to be the same number, but opposite signs. So you got to think about, okay, what can I multiply by? So that variable will have the same numbers for both, and then opposite signs for both. And there is a problem right here for you guys to do on your own, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.